So I'm around today. If you guys have any questions, you want to talk about some things, you're going through some things with your hair, you're curious about some things with my hair, I'm here, girl. Let's get into it. So this is a two-part answer. The first part is that I just washed my hair yesterday and I let it air dry, and when I have really clean hair, my hair tends to be very full and more robust just because. And the next part is, girl, we out here creating fullness, and that is exactly what my stylist does when she uses her technique to kind of interlock my hair in a different direction so that my locks are not going to lay down on my head, because my hair is thin and the density. Nope, I'm using no products on my hair to, encourage any kind of growth whatsoever, particularly on my edges. My edges are thin too, and I'm noticing that, hair is definitely, much more hair than it appears. My hair is great. I honestly didn't have those days in the beginning, but I definitely feel those days more so now because my hair is thin, and it makes me wonder, like, okay, what is my hair gonna do as it continues? Because now I'm wondering, like, I still have my curl pattern, but a lot of my locks have fully locked and they are becoming straighter. So it's like, okay, my hair is thin, and when all of my hair locks, what is it gonna look like? So I am having, like, okay, braid and band at night. Girl, no, we don't know her. At one time, my answer would have been red wine, but now I can't even say it's the wine. Actually, I just love getting older. I love, just aging and, just like I'm here for the whole shebang bang. Nope, I never wore wigs over my locks in the early stages. No, girl. I was just like, let me go ahead through this beginning stage and just deal with the feeling of, I just wanted to experience the feeling of feeling bald and feeling like exposed. Like, I just felt that was part of the journey and that I was going to grow through the process. So I ended up, like, I never wore a scarf over my hair. I never wore a baseball cap. I never wore like a bonnet or anything like that. I'm also like weird when it comes to lint. I was like, oh, I'm not having it. I swear to God, I use a scarf, I put it over my head, and I pull the shirt down or pull the shirt off, and then I take the scarf off, and that's it. But I also do sleep with a silk pillowcase at night, girl. I love Dr. Bronner's and I use it all the time for my bath soap, but it was my first time using it for my hair, and I diluted it. And for my hair at this stage in my journey, I just want something that smells a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Dr. Bronner's is a very old brand of pure Castile soap, and it's organic, and I put the link on this video. You're probably going to recognize it when you see it. The crazy part is that I am dying to put some oil on my scalp. I have not put any oil, grease, conditioner, nothing. Like, I'm dying to do something to my hair. You know what? I never even asked when I got my locks established, and she never even told me. She did say that I had at least 400. I'm willing to bet that it looks like I have way more than I actually have. How many do you think I have? Hey you guys, so I was on one of the Facebook hair groups the other day, and someone posted that their Lactician fired them because their hair had been thinning and coming out, and the Lactician was like, girl, I'm not doing your hair any longer until you get to a doctor and get this situation in check. So she fired her as a client. I have my opinions about it, especially as being someone who has health situations going on that could potentially affect my hair, but I want to hear what your opinion is. Do you think it's right for a Lactician to fire a client if the client's hair is struggling? She actually did place her with a Lactician, and unfortunately that person wasn't available, so she ended up having to scramble and find someone. So, but I'm wondering, is it a lack of confidence or skill? This is such a good point because so many of us have several hair textures on our scalp. So it makes me wonder, should we ask this question during the consultation, not only like wanting to know their experience, but what is their experience with challenging hair type? This is a great perspective because you're saying that it must have been an ongoing conversation and Lactician had enough. Enough of what? Enough of the client's hair being thin or enough of the client's hair shedding out of her control? Hey, so I had to remove the music from this clip, but yeah, I'm on a 7-week retie and it's kind of lit. This is me in the summertime enjoying. Peace. I definitely haven't noticed any follicles in my locks as of now, but I have noticed that I have about 1.4 million silver and gray strands weaving throughout. Let me tell you why I love this question, because it's something that people never ask, and I never really thought about it, but my retie appointments, I sit for 4 hours. 4 hours. I don't want anything less. And since we're on a topic, my hair is very delicate. So I need delicate hands moving through all these squares and angles on my scalp. I don't want anyone rushing. I don't want anyone over tightening. I don't want anyone overlooking any locks by accident. I know that's right. That's why I shampoo my hair as often as I do, because I need all the fluff and stuff I can manage. Your hair is beautiful, by the way, but you know that already. Yep, I am actually looking into taking an interlocking class. I think I'm at the point on my journey that I should know how to do my own hair, because so when I get my reties done, we do not tie all the way down to the scalp. And that's something I had to learn the last time I got it tied down to the scalp. So gotta leave some hair out. I didn't have fullness around my edges or my crown either when I got my locks established, because my density is so low. So the density isn't ever gonna change, but over time, your hair will thicken. This is a fresh braid and band out, and this was taken like 6 months ago, and you can see the picture inside. That's how my hair used to look, and I never forget. When I first saw the video, I think I too had that same sentiment. But then I was like, when I used to, be little back in the 70s, I was wearing my mother's heels, her purses, lipsticks, her wigs, all those things. So it's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like, well, what's the difference? Like she's playing in the makeup and she washed it off and the baby is still a baby. So I don't know, but I hear you though. You guys may want to pause here so you can take a read of this message, because I meant this from the bottom of my heart. We absolutely deserve better, and that's all of us, providers and clients. What is your stylist changing up in 2023? Girl, that retie fee, charge about an hour now. Yeah, I can relate to that. My reties had my neighbor left the light on. Sorry, my retie fees have also gone up too. But here we are. Okay, so does this mean you're getting dreads, your stylist is getting dreads, or what is your stylist changing up in 23? Or she's no longer offering dreads? She's no longer referring to dreads as dreads because she said she's going to refer to them as locks? Help me out. Yes, I absolutely adore my Lactician. I know that's right, and that does make a difference. Yeah, that is a part of the value for sure. Yeah, because getting your hair done by if someone else is maintaining your locks for you, it's a whole different vibe than a regular salon experience, because we spend so much time during our retie appointment. So, you're in the chair for like 3 hours, 4 hours, or however many hours. So it's a lot, loaded into that appointment. It's a lot of communing and talking. Some people are sleeping. I don't sleep. I be talking, child. Talk. Once again, had to take off the music from the clip because I was actually getting ready to shoot. This is me sitting where I normally shoot, you guys. You are looking at my little set, which is my dining room, and I'm listening to Mobb Deep. I wondered, can anyone take a guess what song I'm playing? Bye. Hey, you guys. I just wanted to stop by with my little friends to say hello. Hello. Hey sis, you don't know me. My name is Nicole. Nice to meet you. So, a member of my Facebook group got scammed by someone who is using what seems to be your work as proof of their work. So, is this your work? Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you in advance for the lush, thick strands that you are allowing to grow through our scalp, particularly around our perimeter and anywhere on our scalp where you think we need extra hair. Thank you, Lord. We love you. Amen. Amen. Yeah, sometimes that has to happen, but that's a really good thing because now you have like thicker locks and you probably feel more comfortable too. So that's cool. I'm happy that your journey is still popping. Not literally, no, not popping as in, you know, like moving right along and doing a good thing, not like popping your hair off. Sorry. Hey you guys, happy Friday. I thought it would be kind of cool today since so many of us have already been through the consultation process because so many of us already have locks. I thought it would be cool if we could maybe share one consultation question that we didn't ask on the consultation that you think somebody should definitely ask. And for me, I think, so I didn't ask about reties and all that. I was just taking in all the information. I was just like, okay. But looking back, I would have asked, what do I do if I miss a retie? Like, what would that look like for me? Will my hair fall off my head? Will you be able to get me back on your schedule? How long will I have to wait? You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see your questions. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions also. All right, bye. What's one question you should have asked on your lock consultation? And our friend says, when will they lock? This is a good question to ask. And I think it's a good question to ask because, one, it'll give you an idea of how knowledgeable your stylist is about the locking process, even though there really isn't an exact time that anyone can tell you that your individual hair will lock. But nonetheless, it's still a great question to ask. And also, it's a great question to ask because if that stylist tells you, girl, your hair is going to lock in like 6 weeks after your establishment, run, because red flags, okay? This is a really good question too because slippage is one of those things that could happen, meaning your lock could slip out. It could open up. It could unravel. And a lot of times it happens for us around the perimeter of our hair. And it can be alarming if you have never heard of it or you're not going to be sure what to do if it happens to you. So this is a good question to take to your consultation. Happy Saturday, y'all. So a quick question. If not you, quick question. If you've ever had a relaxer before, how old were you when you got your first relaxer? And I'll go first. I was 11. So chime in because I'm curious.
Did it leak? Oh, you washed your hair.
No, what? Do what? What did you just do? Girl, you should never do editing videos ever. You suck. You are not a good teacher, yo. No, it's a line. You are going, why are you going so fast? No, we can't clearly see nothing. Hello? No, I'm not on a 9-week retie schedule, but you know, it is winter and my hair is not growing like it does in the summer. So we accidentally landed here, but now I think I'm just gonna go from a 7-week schedule to an 8. Hey you guys, so I just finished shampooing my hair, and I normally shampoo without braiding and banding, but this time I think I'm gonna just let my hair dry without braiding afterwards and see what happens. Hey sis, thanks for asking this question. So you want some wash tips for getting your scalp super clean, because you still braid and band and sometimes the scalp isn't really that clean. Okay, first things first, I made an example braid and band for you, right? This is what I would do. What I do, I don't braid close to my scalp when I braid and band, because I have to leave room, and you want to leave room for your fingers to get to your scalp. So whatever configuration you put your braids and your bands in, just make sure that you have access for your fingers to really work through those sections and get into your scalp and rinse really, really well. I like shampooing my hair in my kitchen sink because my water pressure is much better, but some people prefer doing it in the shower. One time I did it in the shower, and then I kindly went to a retie appointment with soap all up in my scalp, so I wouldn't recommend that. I hope that helps. Bye. Hello. How many microlocks do you have? Love this question. Well, first of all, I never wanted to count my locks at all, because I was just like, who cares? And then one time I had to, have like a stranger do my hair. So I was like, child, let me just make sure I know how many locks are on my head before I go into that shop, because if I leave with one less lock, it's gonna be a problem. So I counted my locks, and I believe I'm accurate in telling you this number, but it was 350. Why do you shampoo without braiding and banding? Okay, so technically, when my locks settled, that's when my lactician was just like, you don't have to do it anymore. So then I was like, oh my God, okay, so let me not do it anymore. And then so I shampooed shortly after that, and I hated it. My hair was mad heavy. I wasn't used to it, and I just felt like I barely have hair on, you know what I'm saying, around my perimeter. So I was like, and plus I've experienced hair loss, so I'm kind of like sensitive when it comes to like extra tension and stuff on my scalp, child. So I did it the one time, and I was like, I'm never doing it again. And then I decided, just like in December, to go and do it again. And just try it, because one, I didn't want to be afraid of how my hair would be if I shampoo without the braiding and banding, but also because I felt like I really needed to learn how to shampoo my hair gently, and now I love it. So even though I don't shampoo with braids and banding anymore, what I do is I shampoo my hair, and I don't experience bunching like that. Like, there's just a way. Like, I'm not like being all aggressive and putting my water pressure on the highest level and doing all of that. Like, I know how to, finesse my locks. I've been doing this for almost 2 years. But yeah, so now I shampoo without braiding and banding. I got used to the weight, and what I do though is I braid my hair after the shampoo, because it's a preference, it's a personal preference for me. I'm not comfortable with my locks having fat ends, and even though my hair is thin and my density is low, it's not like my ends could get that fat. But imagine if you have like little locks and then they get a little big, they look like big knees on skinny legs. So I don't want that look anymore either. So that's I had a really interesting conversation with some friends about getting curls in our locks, and every time I get a retie, this is my retie style. I love the way it looks, but I also love the way the curls will look when I take them out. So I'm just wondering, do you guys recommend any like rollers? Have you tried any lock loops or other things, whatever, I don't know. If anyone can recommend. Yep, because we get charged a fee if we're late. It's an inconvenience. I like it, like the way you think, sis. Hey guys, I am recording a video today and I'm not sure if I should keep these Bantu coils in my hair or should I just open it up, you know what I'm saying, to let my locks flourish. Good morning you guys. My curls did not last from my Bantu knots. This is what's left, but when I got my hair retied, my Lactician gave me a little dusting and I'm all like, I'm sorry, I'm distracted. Hey, good morning. Sorry, what time is it? Hey, good afternoon. I don't know if you've seen my latest video on YouTube where I'm scamming one of the Facebook scammers, but when I tell you that I'm exposing every single strategy that they have, and I'm also really taking the time to highlight the red flags. This is something I think that is important for people who are looking for locticians or who may one day find themselves in between locticians, people who are looking for establishments. Like, there's just so many people getting got, and I just hope this video will help people to like be better informed out here. So please check it out if you can, okay? Oh yeah, and so I have an anniversary dinner to go to or whatever. My husband is so annoying. Just kidding, bye. So I just want to give you a little lock update because I feel like it's been like a year and a half since I gave my last one. And right now I'm cutting my hair a lot. Like, I have been actively going to the ends and just making sure that my hair looks like hair. And because never in my life was I ever comfortable with walking around with like a long piece of hair and then a short piece of hair, unless it was intentional, but no, we're not talking about that. I'm also grooming my locks. So I'm going into, because I have strands that come out of my locks all the time, particularly when I shampoo. So I'm doing that. So yeah, overall, I'm enjoying the journey. The biggest update, child, I am back on my product game, meaning I'm using the products that I used as a loose natural again, and my hair is just loving it. So, and now I'm gonna get into mousse because I just wanna get into styling. I still use clarifying shampoo, but I'm using conditioner, and I do plan to grease my scalp, but I haven't had patience for that yet because all these parts, I don't know, child. But yeah, before I got cut off, I was just saying that I want to go and start using mousse because like I'm trying to increase the illusion of volume. You know what I'm saying? Because my hair is the density is low. So it's just like, it's constantly my scalp, like no matter what, if I touch my hair, it's always my scalp is right there, it's obvious. So I'm thinking that if I use a holding mousse, then maybe it'll stay longer. It meaning my volume and like my curls and stuff. And I slept on my pillow. Did this thing just stop? At this point, I am done with the lock update. And if you guys have any questions about anything to do with my hair or my routine, or just maybe some issues you're experiencing with your hair, please feel free and let's just chat. I'm gonna pull up some water and I'm gonna go for a walk right now because it's nice outside and I need to, whatever. I'll have water now, but as I answer the questions throughout the day, the contents of my glass will increasingly change and eventually it'll be wine and then the answers will be lit. Good morning. So can you share how you go to bed at night? Well, one, I sleep with a silk pillowcase, which I love, and there's like no lint or anything on this pillowcase, and I'm kind of rough with it too. So that's one. And then two, a lot of times I sleep with my hair out, but I just happened to go to sleep with my hair like this last night. And when I do this is like, it's like a twist, which is kind of coming out now, but I would just twist my hair and then roll it around. But the thing that I do, I put all the twists, whenever I do that, I put them all in the opposite direction of the way that my hair will lay, so that way I can get more fullness. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that helps. Okay, bye. Thanks for asking. Hi. So are you still using that conditioner? No, I am not. I have a bottle or whatever container of it, but I have issue with the fact that they did not include ingredients on that product, and no. So I have reverted. I've gone back to using the same conditioner that I've been using before I had locks, and I love the Care brand. So I use their products, and my hair is so soft, like I can't take how nice my hair feels, and it also so no, I'm not using any of their products. I'm done with that. Thanks for asking. Am I coloring the grays? Oh, child, I'm struggling. Oh, I'm sorry you're struggling. I'm sorry, because listen, I've been there. I struggled too when I first started going gray. I started going gray in my 30s, and I colored that thing all the way up. In fact, it was right here. This is where my gray started coming in, which is now whatever. But yeah, I did think about it, and I was going to do like a color wax, but then I bought some. I didn't like the way it felt on my hair, and honestly, any chemical that I add to my hair right now is just going to make my hair weaker than it is. I don't have a lot of hair, so it's not like I can afford to play around. Plus, I don't really like sometimes when I see women who have my hair type with hair color, because it just doesn't look, as juicy and vibrant, and it definitely isn't as soft. But if you have any other questions, just DM me. Bye. Next question, why haven't you started taking clients yet? Well, you know what? I don't want any association with that company. I think that they have horrific business practices, and I don't like the way they treat people. And I believe that, when it comes to Black women and our hair, we have enough itched to deal with, and on both sides of the chair, as being the stylist behind the client and also being client. So I decided I'm just going to use my platform to elevate the voices, within the Black hair community that are not being heard or listened to, and shine a light on the things that aren't really, working in our favor, and also on the things that I feel can be improved, because we are a force to contend with. So that's why. Thanks for asking. So first of all, I want to say that I am so sorry that you lost 2 locks. You had to be scared or alarmed, because, oh my God. So I'm sorry about that, girl. But no, I haven't lost any locks. But let me just say to you that there is a bright side of that, because you can reattach locks. So if you lost a lock in a place, like if it was like down towards the middle or something like that, that can be reattached. Even if you lost it a little bit closer, if it came, off like up here or something, I'm sure that could be reattached. If you lost it from your scalp, that would be, a different situation, different conversation. But I'm sorry, and I hope that you reached out to your person and that she'll be able to help you out. Or maybe you just grow them out and leave them out, because I have some little lock that just I don't know what it's doing, but hope that helps. And if your locks snapped off because they were too weak in one area, that's concerning for 2 reasons. One, that's letting me know that you're not really paying close enough attention to the locks. And because our hair changes throughout, so it's like our responsibility to know what's going on in our hair, because when we go for that retie, they're not focused on examining, and putting every lock under the microscope. I think it's really for us to know where we need their assistance, so that way when we show up to the appointment, we can point things out. But if that wasn't the situation for your lock, then yeah, I would look at the locks in the surrounding area and just make sure that everybody else is, copacetic, because you don't want to experience that again, because that's definitely traumatic. And I'm sorry you experienced that. So after you finished, How do you sleep when your hair? Do you braid and band? So I shampoo my hair completely loose, and when I'm done with that, and while my hair is still wet, then I put my braids in, and I'll add some bands, but it's nothing special. It's just real casual, real free stylish at this point, and then I'll go to sleep with it, with the braids in. Or sometimes I don't. It doesn't really matter at this point, but yeah. I'm just mostly freestyling. That's where I'm at. It's all like, whatever, child. I hope that helps. And then sometimes I will do FAQs in the evening when I'm relaxing, watching reality TV. And then, you know, that good old blast Facebook group in the lock community, then you're probably familiar with scammers. These are people who pretend to be members of various Facebook groups. They prey on people who are looking for lacticians to get reties, or maybe Hey you guys, so today I shared a video on my page here and on TikTok, and basically the video is in relation to a long form video that I uploaded on my YouTube channel. And this piece of content is actually extremely important to me because I have a lot of friends who do hair, and I have a lot of friends who get their hair done. And, you know, I'll be the first to say that black hairstylists definitely get a bad rap for being unprofessional. So I'll give you backstory. The customer, they're in Toronto. She bought a wig from a hairstylist, and she posted a video on TikTok saying that that hairstylist scammed her out of $400. So when I first saw that video, I immediately sided with the customer. I was just like, oh my God, look at this wig. And, you know, she went through the details of her experience, and it just all sounded bad, and it sounded like the hairstylist scammed her. So I was just definitely like all in. Then I went a little bit further and dug a little bit deeper, and I ran across videos from the hairstylist. And when I saw her recount of what happened, I was just like, okay, something is up with this. This doesn't seem cool. Because the customer's video went viral, and because of, you know, the reach of that video, the hairstylist got harassed, her family got harassed, and her business is definitely now taking a hit because she's known as a scammer. And to be honest with you, I don't think she scammed the girl. I'm not calling the customer a liar. I just don't think the hairstylist scammed her. And, you know, I think the bigger picture here, and part of the reason why I created the video that I did, is because there are people who will intentionally go to a business or buy a product just so they can share their horror story, you know, on their social media pages for clout. Yes, 1K on YouTube. I know, 1K. That's the end of my whole FAQ roundup, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I am definitely working on my next video very soon. And as you can see, I love answering questions. So if you have questions for me, please drop down in the comment section below and ask away, or you can also mosey on over to my community tab and, you know, drop a question there on one of the posts, because I'll be posting there often. And lastly, I am on Instagram at Nicole, that's me, Nicole.Queen. And thank you. Have a good evening. I'm getting a retie tomorrow. I just shampooed my hair and I'm letting it dry. So I hope I see you guys in the comments. I really hope to see you in the comments. All right. Peace. Bye.